Welcome to the Big Ree and Ace Pick 6 College Football Week 2. All right, let's go, Ace.
All right, boys and girls, College Football Week 2. Coming off a tough Week 1. It's always, you never know how it's going to go. You don't, new teams, new players. Honestly, I wasn't really disappointed about Week 1. The main thing was that Georgia-Clemson game. I mean, look, I had the over in that game and whatever. It definitely did not go over. It was a super low-scoring game, but I was waiting all the Friday, all Saturday. Georgia-Clemson, top 5 teams going to go at it. That was a doozy, Big Ree. That was a doozy. Like, it's one thing to just lose your pick and whatever, but to have just a boring game, I mean, it was a doozy. I don't know what happened to Clemson's QB, DJ. I don't even want to try to pronounce his last name, but that guy just didn't just look weak. For sure. And then Daniels didn't look like he was throwing anything over 5 yards, and so that was a boring game. And you were picking your overs, and literally you won one of the overs. The other ones, both of them, were 1 point apart. You actually won. The lines both went down.
They did, but we go by.
They both went down, but I'm saying at the time of the pick, we go by 1 point. So you actually had a pretty good week. I know you had a good week, Big Ree. But other than on the actual picks, it kind of. But when it comes to the monetary winnings, it was a good week. But look, I think you got to get through the first 2 to 3 weeks, and then you kind of really can see what's going on with the teams.
Right.
Anything else you want to talk about before we get into the slate of games?
Nothing really. Just let us know how our volume is. We're trying to fix that up, guys.
Yeah, I know. There was a lot of comments about the volume issue. We got the mics, guys. We invested pretty heavily. We realized there could have been an issue with the connector on the camera. We talked to Javi. Javi looked into it, and I think we found the solution. So I think the audio should be pretty good today. So let us know in the comments. Anything you got planned for the rest of the week? Looking forward to, Big Ree?
Not much. I got a fantasy draft in about an hour.
I know, so we'll try to speed that up. I know you were talking about that. I can't wait. I'm going to BR tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
And for you guys know what BR is, Baskin Robbins, getting the double scoop Oreo cookies and cream, mint chips with the sprinkles and the waffle cone. Got that, and the cappuccino blast. That's going down tomorrow. So technically, when you guys are watching this, I could be enjoying that. So I can't wait for that. I only do that before, guys. I would be on that pretty often. Big Ree knows, but now it's once a month. You know, I schedule out that Wednesday, and once a month I'm getting on the BR. So I'm pumped about that. Thinking about some steak over the weekend, and that's pretty much it, Big Ree. So
that's pretty much it.
And we got a full weekend of football. First college football and NFL, so it's going to be a good weekend. So if you don't got anything else to throw in, I think we just get started with a slate of games. All right, without further ado, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. All right, game 1. We got Texas A&M versus Colorado. Texas A&M is a 17-point favorite here, coming off a 41-10 win versus Kent State. They looked really good. They actually had 5 turnovers in this game, still put up 500-plus yards and 41 points. Look, quarterback Haynes King looked good. He did have a few interceptions, but he still looked pretty fluid. It was his first, start, so I think he's going to clean it up, and he's going to look much better this week. And look, they had 303 yards on the ground, averaging 7.2 yards on the ground last week, led by running back Spiller and A-Chain. So, look, they're a balanced offense. I think I know they lost the quarterback Mon from last year to the draft, but look, I think the kid King is going to be good. Then we got Colorado 1-0 coming off a 35-7 win versus Northern Colorado. And honestly, they didn't look that impressive against a really weak Northern Colorado team. Freshman quarterback Lewis has not seen a defense like Texas A&M, and I think he's going to get really ruffled up. And this is one of those do not get fooled games. Colorado, They won 35-7, and now they're a 17-point dog. Everyone's going to be like, oh, let's jump on Colorado. The game is being played in Colorado, but it's a neutral field technically because it's not at their home stadium. Do not get fooled here. Texas A&M is going to run all over Colorado. I'm taking Texas A&M minus 17. Game 2, we got North Texas at SMU. SMU is a 22.5-point favorite. North Texas 1-0, coming off a 44-14 win versus Northwestern State. Northwestern State is a really bad team, and they still put up 400+ yards here against Northwestern State. Put up 400+ yards against North Texas. Look, I don't have a lot of confidence in the UNC transfer Jace Rutter here for North Texas. They lost last year 65-35 to SMU at home. And this week it's going to be at SMU. SMU 1-0 coming off a 56-9 win versus Abilene Christian. Do you know where Abilene is? The city of Abilene?
I have no clue.
It's in Texas, bro. I've actually stayed a night in Abilene.
Oh, nice.
No joke about that.
Legit.
Road trip at one point, drove through the whole state of Texas, all 800+ miles. Shout out to Texas. Stayed a night in Abilene. So I got a lot of respect for Abilene. Look, SMU started 7-1 last season. They ended 7-3, but they did start 7-1. And look, I think they have the big thing here is they got the Oklahoma transfer Tanner Mordecai. That guy is legit. He put up 7 TDs, 0 interceptions last week. Big Ree. And their running back Ulysses Bentley. What a legit name, bro. Ulysses Bentley. The sick name. That guy's the real deal. SMU is going to tear these guys a new one. This is another one that says, do not get fooled. North Texas won 44-14. Everyone's going to be like, how are they a 22.5-point dog? Do not get fooled here. SMU is the real deal. High-powered offense. I'm taking SMU minus 22.5. Game 3, Boston College at UMass. Boston College, a 36.5-point favorite. 1-0, coming off a 51-0 win versus Colgate. Returning quarterback Phil Jurkovec. He's back. He had a solid season last year. They were 6-5 last year, so he played well. A lot of people are high on him. They had a pretty decent season. They're playing UMass, who's they won 0-1, lost last week 51-7 to Pitt. Look, they're just a really bad program right now. I think they're 1-18 in their last 19 games, guys. They just get blown out left and right. But here's the thing. This is their first home game since November 2019, Big Ree. So I think the fans are going to be happy that they're back home. Another do not get fooled. Boston College won 51-0. UMass lost 51-7. Everyone's going to jump on Boston College 36.5. Do not get fooled here. I like UMass to squeak this one out. Cover the 36.5. I'm taking UMass plus 36.5. Big Ree, let's go.
You think of a lock, bro?
You know what? These are all 3 games that I really like. I really like all 3 of them. And so, I don't want to just put a lock on there because I like all 3 of them. You know me, Big Ree.
Yeah,
I put in the work and I'm not just throwing picks out there. I really like all 3 of these.
Yeah.
It's going to be a juicy weekend, boys.
All right, so the first game I'm taking is North Texas at SMU. As Ace mentioned, he's taking that. 2 very high-powered offense. As Ace mentioned, SMU put up 56-9 last week. North Texas put up 44-14. 2 very high-powered offenses. I knew I was taking this one before the line came out. It opened at 71.5. It's 72. I still like it. I'm taking over 72. That's my lock of the week.
Woohoo!
The next game I got is Tulsa at Oklahoma State. I'm actually going to take the spread here. We got Tulsa coming off an embarrassing loss to UC Davis. They were 22.5-point favorite, lost straight out. And Oklahoma State coming off a 23-16 win versus Missouri State. Everyone's going to be high on Oklahoma State. They were a 33-point favorite, but only won by 7. Oklahoma State will win this game. Both of these teams suck, but no way in hell do they win by 14. It says that 85% of the money is going towards Oklahoma State, so I'm definitely taking Tulsa here. I like them a lot. It's like, I want to say my second log, plus 13.5. And my last game is another morning game or a noon game. Illinois at Virginia. We got Virginia coming off a blowout win, 43-0 versus William Mary. Illinois coming off a loss to UTSA, 37-30. Everyone's going to be pounding Virginia here, but I like Illinois to cover that 10, and I think Virginia wins by 7. Anything you want to add, Ace, before we log off?
You know what? I just want to know, because you know me, college football is a big deal for me, especially Saturday. There's a difference between having breakfast on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. Everyone thinks it's the weekend. No, Saturday is the first day of the weekend. Everyone's so pumped on Saturday, right? And so I just want to know, for college football, any go-to routine, traditional breakfast anybody's got.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows mine, the pancakes. But I want to know if anybody else got something. Are they getting a dozen donuts before the game start, leaving it on the coffee table and just pounding one by one every 20, 30 minutes? Does anybody got any special tradition? I'm not talking about lunch. I don't want to hear about your pizza. Actually, maybe somebody got some fried chicken for breakfast. That's possible. But I want to know the breakfast situation on Saturday morning. Even you East Coasters, even the games haven't started, I want to know the breakfast tradition. Let's comment. Nothing better than reading those comments, boys and girls.
All right, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Peace.